No, I am not a magician. But that's a little thing that we call match cut. And today's YouTube topic is how to do a match cut. Roll the intro. So hey everyone, it's the Intuitive One, and this week we are not being interrupted by any clone. Thank God. I think we've had enough of Sweater Bro for a while. He may return, who knows. But thanks guys. You know, as of the making of this video, I think I've hit over 1,000 views on this channel, and this channel is roughly a month old. A month and some days old, yeah. I've been uploading for almost a month, so I'm grateful to have this much views, and it would help out a lot if you guys just continue to share the content, you know. Match cut. But before we explain, I think we need to change environment. What's a neat way we can go inside without getting up from the frame?
I think if we can pull on the sweater like this, like 1, 2, 3.
So before we actually get into the tutorial, we need to understand what a match cut is. So a match cut is really a transition that uses elements from one scene and it's in the next. So it's really two scenes with probably a similar element or so. And they have the ability to kind of create impact and subtext. It's different from regular cuts because it's a thematic cut per se, using some element, some aspect, tying two or more events or connections. You understand? That's actually the definition. So in layman terms, you could have two scenes and there's one thing that ties the two scenes when it cuts. So whether it's an action like me sitting down without the shirt, without the sweater, and then completing the action of sitting down with the sweater suddenly on, or me making the motion of pulling the sweater off and in the next scene the sweater is off. That's a match cut. So if you watch like Zach King's videos where he's like just pulling shirts infinitely, swapping shirts, he's actually using match cuts. So he's actually like pulling on a shirt with the motion, he changed his shirt and then continued the motion with the actual shirt that he had on before in his hand, and he just throw it. He does that over and over and over and over, and that's how he gets that change shirt thing. It's actually all a match cut. So now that you kind of understand what a match cut is, and that by the way is called a match cut through action. There are other types of match cuts. You can use audio, you can use other visual effects, but we're focusing on match cut through action. So without further ado, we're going to go into our favorite video editing software, Premiere Pro. So we are here in Premiere Pro and we already have two clips on the timeline. Here's clip A and clip B. So evidently I have on the hoodie here, and in this clip I'm throwing away the hoodie. So what I'm gonna do now, go back to the end of the clip where I hold this frame. So I'm going to just zoom in. That's holding Alt and scrolling up with the scroll wheel on your mouse, and then I'm gonna find a point where I'm actually making an attempt to pull off the hoodie. So probably there, or let's go like probably there, yeah. So you get your razor tool, you slice it there, delete, and then let's move over to the second clip. So now here we have the jacket in our hands, but if you remember the clip from here, let's find to the end. Alright, that's the action that we want. So we're gonna find that clip now. Again, zoom in, holding Alt and using scrolling up on the scroll wheel. We're gonna find a frame. So just before I throw the shirt off, probably here, maybe there. That's a good one. Get the blade tool, cut it, delete it, and then let's drag it up. No, you're not gonna get it right on the first go because I don't think I got it synced up here perfectly. Ah, I lied. I kinda did. Let's go again. Let's play it over. Alright, so it kinda a bit delayed. So I'm going to zoom in. Maybe this one is a bit too much. Let's put back a frame and see if that makes a difference. Let's zoom out and let's play it back. I guess that could work. It could work. It's not so tight, but you understand. So you're gonna take your time and you fine tune it. Probably remove a frame or two. Let's try it now. Alright, that's smooth. So let's play it back. Seamless. Using the arrow key. I mean, look, playing it through that, you see the obvious cut, right? But when you play it back, it's one motion. So obviously, I'm not gonna keep this clip this long. So I'll probably just come back to where I'm just about entering the frame. And then at this point, I'm just gonna press the Q and it's gonna delete everything on that side of the line. Let's probably go here to the end and we're gonna hit W. It's gonna delete everything on this side of the line. Yeah, I learned those new tools recently. So at this point, the effect is basically finished. Right? To sell it, you're probably going to add like a sound effect. So here I have a whoosh sound effect thing, and it's got a whole lot of options to choose from. So I'm just gonna scrub through and listen to one that I want. Those are too high frequency. Yeah, that's what I kind of hate using this sometimes. No, that's obviously not gonna work. So something with a low frequency would be probably one of the first ones. So I'm gonna just cut everything on this side. Oops, that applies to that. I'm gonna have to use the blade tool. Delete this. And then drag this. And then you just listen. You know, you try to put it in the center first and then you try and play it back. Obviously that's way too early. So the effect should happen. The sound should play after the effect happens, really. Obviously this sound is a bit too dramatic, but you understand where I'm going with this, alright? So that's one method or one trick you can use the match cut for. Now let's go over to this other timeline here where I have two clips. So this one now we're changing the background. It's not gonna be as seamless as this one, but we're gonna try this one. So in this clip I'm doing some jumping jacks facing where my yard is, or my house is I should say. And then in this clip my back is turned to where my house is. The entrance to my house is on that side, right? So I want it to look like that I'm doing jumping jacks and then the scene changes instantly. So I'm gonna pick a point when I'm doing the jumping jacks. Maybe there, probably where my arms are lower. So you use the arrow key and scrub through. Alright, this looks like a decent frame. So usual, hit the W key. This is gonna delete everything on that side, you know, and then we'll drag this over here, connect it, and then at this point now we're gonna scrub. Obviously I didn't start doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so let's just delete some of that. So remember that last frame of the first clip, I was like that. So I need one where my arms are probably about here going up. So I'm gonna, alright, so this is our road down and we're going up. I think this is a good spot. And then we're gonna cut here. Let's see. Is that believable? I think that is believable. Alright, maybe if we drag this by one frame and just put that frame. Let's see now if that is better. Yeah, that's better. Alright. It doesn't look seamless now, but watch what happens when we play it back. See that? It's the same action. I mean, it won't be as fluid as this motion here, but it's the same exact action. Oh, another thing I forgot to tell you guys, if you want this one to look even better, you're going to put a crossfade, but it's gonna last for like one frame. So this fade lasts for a whole second. We don't want it for a second. So we delete. I'm gonna put one frame. That's all. For one frame. You don't even see it, but it helps the clips to bend better. So you could probably do the same for this clip here. And you just add a default transition, double click on the transition, this brown line till it becomes gray, and you get this dialog box popping up. Turn to 0, 0, 0, 0, change the last 0 to a 1, and that's equal to 1 frame, and play it back. Seamless. And that, ladies and gentlemen, oh yes, autosave, is how you do a match cut. So remember, you just need to find a point on the first frame where you're starting one action and then you complete the action on the next one. Use a sound effect to tie it even better, and you have yourself a neat trick. Very simple technique, right guys? If you believe so, I want you guys to go out there this week and make your own match cut video. Let's call it the match cut challenge. That sounds about right. So do your match cut challenge. Send me your videos on Instagram. You know, the links to that are in the, plus the new callouts. They look neat, don't? Yeah man, I spend good time in After Effects creating those. So if you want a tutorial on how to make that, actually leave a comment saying callout. Or if you're a YouTuber and you don't have the time or the software to make it, but you want me to make it for you, I can do it for you. We can talk about costs in the DMs. Give me a shout. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and I'm gonna try to post more TikToks because school is basically wrapping up right now. I just have like a few assignments to submit and one exam to do, and then I'm done with this semester, and then I should have one more semester with this program. Rejoice, finally be over. Anyways, but before I close out this video, I'd like you guys to remind you about Real Helping Hands. It's the crowdfunding platform by Jamaicans for Jamaicans and the Caribbean at large. Now, if you know someone in need and you do not have the money to help them, you can gather the funds from people you know, get what you need for that person, and help them, because you know COVID is some very uncertain, unprecedented times, and we don't know what can happen. Somebody could be out of a job, or some child is unable to attend virtual classrooms because he doesn't have internet connection at home, or doesn't have a computer or a tablet, anything to access it. So use this platform to get your projects out there. I don't have a camera for myself, so I will probably get a project out there to start raising funds so that I can buy a camera, so I can continue doing great work, so I can actually do greater work, improve my skills, and become a proper filmmaker, videographer, cinematographer, whatever, graphy or whatever. I can be at that level. So guys, check it out. The link is in the description below. They're also on Instagram. Give them a follow. The link to that is in the description as well. And as usual, the links to the gear that I use, from the microphone to the tripod that is supporting the camera, all of that is in the description below. And I think about now I can close out the video. I need to sleep because in the making of this video it's like what, 2 3 a.m. and I haven't got much sleep this week because I've been doing a whole lot of schoolwork. So we'll see you when we see you.